But in understanding composition, it is actually very much like studying the figure. Working from the figure and actually composing a picture have a lot of similar problems. There are proportion issues. You have to make sure every element of your figure or composition is proportionate unto itself. You also have to make sure that there is a certain unity, gesture, all the things that we want the best of both worlds, really. And so one of the ways that we actually tackle drawing the figure here is we actually will use, as you can see on the image on the right, we'll be taking a figure and breaking it into, in this instance, quarters or thirds. And by giving it these grammar, if you will, this architecture, this allows us to manage proportions and relate everything to each other. And so this is what gives a certain legitimacy to a figure drawing, and that is one of the purposes for the grid. And so I'm sure most of you have seen at some point in your studies images of drawing with the grid on it. And it is something that you see in all schools of drawing and painting from all different parts of the world, and it has multiple different functions. I believe this is David, if I remember correctly. And so it has been in treaties on drawing and painting for an incredibly long time. Dürer, of course, writes about using grids. And the purpose of grids are actually, it's multi-purpose. So in gridding, you can actually scale up drawings very easily. So if you know that from her foot to her shoulder is 8 squares, if your squares are like 3 feet tall, you know 8 squares, that ratio is correct. So before being able to kind of go to the printer and kind of print things large, this would be the way in which you would enlarge a drawing or a sketch, for example.